Hello, trading is closed on June the 13th, 2017. Yesterday's call was that the action during the day was positive. I expected a gap up over the day's high. I said after the gap up we should drop into the bottom of the first hour of trading and then rally into lunch. During the day, MEJT said we would trade through this yellow line and through this yellow line. The higher and lower targets usually lead to a wishy-washy morning. The system identified this low as a false move, and this high is a false move for what it's worth. No new MEJT targets. Tomorrow's pattern, I believe, is one with an early low and a late high. It tends to have a bullish trend rallying throughout the day unless we move down sharply at the open. I should say this was the target from June the 9th, and that was hit, and there was resistance and support, but I guess everybody already knew that. Alright, so I'm looking for a pattern which starts low, rallies, ends near the high, and it's going to be positive tomorrow unless we move down sharply in the first hour of trading. I think there's a reasonable chance that will happen because we have resistance here and here and here. This is an important high in someone else's work. The drop was non-overlapping and impulsive. The recovery since then has been overlapping and corrective. Let's look at some of these resistance levels. Here's your stilt. Here's your stilt. Here's the diamond. You take the height of the diamond, set it to 61.8. There's your price target. You can also take different points in the diamond, set that to 38.2. And there's your target. There's also a Fibonacci retracement of the whole pattern from the high. You just forget about the actual low, take the next low here, and you can see the close is right at 78.6. And if you take that one, it's right at 61.8, which is what this thing is. So I have intense resistance there. It's also not particularly good that we gapped up, rallied all day long, couldn't hold on to the middle of the day high. In fact, within the last 5 minutes of trading, we couldn't even hold on to the early high. It's negative formation, and unless we promptly take out this high and validating it, we should trade lower tomorrow. It's always tough to call what happens when the Fed makes its announcement, but I think we'll get a clue early on. If we can have a gap up and promptly take out this high, it's going to be hard for this high to hold. But if, as I suspect, this resistance holds, and this resistance holds, and this resistance holds, and if we have a big drop in the first hour, which isn't a given, but which is a high likelihood, I think that the price and the time frame are conducive to a 20% drop over time, most likely after the Fed makes its announcement. So the early trade tomorrow is going to be critical for its strong resistance in a time when a major change in trend to the downside is called for by a number of different systems, and that's today's call.